Okay, welcome to this special Cleveland Heights City Council Committee of the Whole meeting. It is September 23rd, 2024, 4 p.m. Addie, would you call the roll?
Cobb.
Present.
Kuda.
Here.
Petrus.
Here.
Larson.
Here.
Maddox.
Here.
Russell. Posh.
Okay, they're both excused. One's working and one's out of town. So we're going to be going into executive session soon, and the purpose of this meeting is to interview applicants for both the commission, the Community Improvement Commission, and also the corporation, and also the Lead Safe Advisory Board. Craig, would you like to read the?
She's got it.
Oh, okay, there we
She did
go.
a fine job last time, but thank you.
Whoa, I'm honored. I move that we go into executive session to consider the appointment of a public official.
I'll second that.
Cobb.
Aye.
Petrus.
Aye.
Kuda.
Aye.
Maddox.
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We're returning out of executive session to do one thing. And before we do that one thing,
I'm sorry, Mr. President, I saw other on the agenda, so
you
I
guys,
see there are a few minutes before the next meeting at 5. During our last committee of the whole meeting, I said that I would take another look at the language for the Peace Campus resolution. And so
yes.
I modified it somewhat and printed out a few copies so I can distribute these to folks so that they're aware of what I came up with. And if you would be interested or willing, you could.
Yeah, would you mind, it's the red line. Okay, so that makes it easy.
So I think the sentiment during the last meeting was that it should be modified to reflect an interest in preserving the building rather than a resolution that encourages the transfer of the property to the Coventry Peace Campus.
Specifically, yeah.
That's what I took away from that meeting, and those were the changes that I tried to make in this to reflect that sentiment. So the beginning reads, a resolution encouraging Heights libraries to work towards a solution that preserves the Peace Campus building at 2843 Washington Boulevard, Cleveland Heights, Ohio, as a hub for arts and culture.
I do think this accomplishes, I think, what some of us had as a reservation on it. Having read Mayor Brennan's letter today, this could be an additional insertion into this, but something about the collaborative nature of looking for a collaborative solution. I mean, I don't know that that's a necessary modification, but that was something that he mentioned towards the end. It was kind of a long letter, but I think in the last two paragraphs, the idea of Cleveland Heights, University Heights, the library board and so forth, working with the tenants and, even possibly other entities. I don't know if you'd put that in as a whereas clause or put that into the title.
Mm-hmm.
But
that would be the only other.
ultimately, that's what we want to see is collaboration, right?
Yeah. And it seems to be clear that it's going to take more than just the two parties that are involved right now, that the most directly involved. So I didn't prepare any language.
Sure, I could try to draft up something and include it.
But I think there was, again, I think you could just kind of extract something from Mayor Brennan's letter that would be, or you could come up with something on your own that would be, along those lines.
I think There was a question during the last conversation about whose names would be on it. Is there anyone who would be interested in having their name on it, or anyone who would like for their names to not be included?
I'd like my name on it.
What exactly happened with the meeting? I know it's not happening, but our joint meeting with.
Okay, so, I mean, I wrote to everybody about that, but I'm gladly saying, you know, it was just after speaking with some of the board members, you know, exchanging some information in emails and so forth, and I didn't really see for tomorrow, you know, because that's what we were talking about, you know, what the purpose of the meeting would be. I think it's gonna really depend on what happens tonight at the library board meeting. So as I said in my email, I wouldn't rule out a future meeting at all. But I think we kind of have to know where things stand first. I mean, I felt like I don't really know where things stand. I mean, I keep hearing they're gonna vote this, you know, on this, or, you know, so, but I don't know. I frankly, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. But based on that, is everybody interested? Let's just say that, just for the sake of discussion, that what comes out of the meeting tonight is that the library board doesn't want to sell the building to Coventry Peace Inc., but they do want to move forward and preserve the building. And they like to speak to Cleveland Heights and others, Cleveland Heights city government and others about what a partnership would look like. Would we be willing to sit down and do that? I mean, that's my question to you now.
I don't have a problem with that. I had questions for them prior to this meeting, which is why I just wanted to know exactly where the disconnect was. Because I had some very specific questions for members of the library board that I thought could have been fleshed out before this. So I was just trying to figure out what that barrier was and what that dialogue would look like going on in the future. Because I kind of feel like all these conversations are happening around me. And then this pops up and I don't want to put my name on anything and I still have questions. And I feel like I just would like some clarity on exactly how we're going to go about communicating this or getting any of that information. But I guess I'll wait and see what happens at the meeting tonight.
So for clarification, leave your name off for right now.
100%.
Okay.
We're not having a meeting tomorrow though, right?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else want to put their name on that, on the resolution?
I would need to see what the finished draft's gonna be to even.
No, I understand where you're at. I'm just asking,
My name
His name is
on it.
oh,
We did it together.
And Councilmember Petrus has done the heavy lifting. I've been riding his coattails. So he's been kind enough to include me, but he's
so who's on it for now?
Cobb, Petrus, Kuda, Larson. And so I guess, Addie, would you be able to ask Posh and Russell?
Yeah, I think he's out for like another,
He's out till,
We're not
Till
voting on
Wednesday.
this
yeah,
until
we're,
the seventh.
yeah, we're not, till like the 3rd, so
Yeah.
I'll get in touch with them before
So-
that. Although if you would send, if you do your revision, send it
Okay.
via email and then I can,
So I guess, did I hear that there's agreement that it should include language about seeking a collaborative solution? Something similar to what Mayor Brennan included? Okay. Councilman Cobb, is that?
yes.
all right. If there's no further business, this meeting is adjourned.